Okay, hi and welcome back. If you don't know me, my name is Shea Hulse. I am a fantasy romance author, and I help aspiring authors write stories that readers obsess about without spending years wondering why their books are not connecting. So, if you've ever started your manuscript and wondered why, maybe no one's reading it, is this actually good? Would anyone actually pay for it? Is it just all a waste of time? You are in the right place. I'm going to preface it a little bit here that we're in the middle of a heat wave in New Jersey, and I'm not in the habit of getting makeup and fancy clothes just for videos. Y'all are going to get used to it. If you don't like it, I guess find another channel. But anyway, let's get into 10 reasons why your book will sell. 10 signs why your book will sell. Okay, so you're definitely not alone in those feelings, and the good news is that while no one can guarantee a bestseller, there are absolutely patterns that successful fantasy romance books share, and today I'm going to give you the 10 signs your fantasy romance has real commercial potential. So let's dive in. Number 1 is that readers immediately understand the promise. Within a few pages, the audience should know what kind of story that they are reading. Is it enemies to lovers? Is it forbidden romance? Is it dragon riders? Is it shadow magic, fake courts, political intrigue, a cozy magical village? You don't need to explain every detail of your magic system right away, but readers should feel grounded in the experience that they are about to have. So think about the first few chapters as making a promise, and the rest of the novel simply fulfills it. So if readers know exactly why they're excited to keep reading, you're already ahead of a surprising number of manuscripts. Number 2 is that your main characters want something desperately. Great fantasy worlds are wonderful. Beautiful prose is great. Magic systems are phenomenal. But readers don't stay for maps, they stay for people. So if the heroine, it should desperately want something, maybe freedom, maybe revenge, maybe to save her kingdom, maybe to protect her family, maybe she simply wants to survive another day. So your love interest should want something equally important, and when those two desires collide, that's where the sparks begin. And without desire, your story feels like the characters are wandering through an incredibly detailed museum. It's pretty, but it is not moving. Number 3, your romance changes both of the characters. So the romance should not feel like an optional side quest. If you removed the relationship from your story, would your characters still become the same people? So if the answer is yes, the romance probably is not integrated deeply enough. So the best fantasy romance force both characters to confront fears, heal wounds, question beliefs, and ultimately become stronger because of each other. So love should change everything. Number 4, the stakes keep escalating. So successful fantasy romance constantly asks, what happens if they fail? So maybe the kingdom falls, maybe someone dies, maybe forbidden magic is unleashed, maybe their relationship destroys centuries of peace. So every chapter should increase either the emotional stakes, the romantic stakes, the external danger, or ideally, all three. Readers love feeling like the story is gathering momentum instead of standing still. Number 5, your world feels alive. So notice I didn't say complicated. Some authors spend months building, currencies, trade routes, tax systems, in 1700 years of fictional history. Meanwhile, the world still feels empty. So instead, focus on the sensory details. What does magic smell like? How do dragons affect everyday life? What traditions exist because of ancient wars? What songs do children sing? The details often create far more believable world than all the other things that I discussed there. Number 6, your villain believes they are the hero. So the best villains rarely wake up thinking, I'm evil today. They usually think that they are saving the world, protecting their people, restoring balance to the world, or making difficult decisions that no one else is willing to make, the perfect anti-hero. So When your villain has an understandable motivations, readers become emotionally invested. Sometimes they even question who's actually right. So those stories tend to stay with readers much longer. I always think in the case of my husband, he absolutely loves Magneto. So Magneto story is an interesting one. Number 7, your emotional scenes hit harder than your action scenes. So fantasy romance absolutely needs exciting battles, epic magic, dangerous creatures, and explosive confrontations. But ask yourself this, is which scene will readers remember 6 months later? So the sword fight, or the moment that the heroine realizes she's falling in love with the one person she swore she'd hate forever. So usually it's the emotional moment. So readers remember feelings always. So number 8, your dialogue sounds like real people, not modern teenagers, not Shakespeare, not walking dictionaries. Your characters should each sound unique. Their word choices, humor, confidence, education, trauma, all of it should shape how they speak. And if I removed every dialogue tag, could readers still tell who is actually talking there? So that's a great sign that you're on the right path with that. Number 9, so readers lose track of time. This might be the biggest compliment that an author can receive, is the I meant to read 1 chapter and suddenly it was 2 a.m. Definitely been there. That doesn't happen because every sentence is beautiful. It happens because every chapter creates another irresistible question. What happens next? Will they kiss? Will they survive? Can she trust him? What's hiding behind that door? Curiosity keeps pages turning, not perfection. Definitely not perfection. Number 10, your story makes readers feel something. At the end of the day, people don't recommend books because the grammar was flawless. They recommend books because they couldn't stop thinking about them. So maybe they cried, maybe they screamed, maybe they laughed, maybe they threw the book across the room after the cliffhanger. So emotion sells. Readers forgive small imperfections. They don't forgive feeling bored. If your story consistently makes people feel, you're already building something valuable. So final thoughts is that, remember, you don't need all 10 of these perfectly polished before your book deserves to exist. Every successful author starts somewhere. Every best-selling novel went through revisions. The goal isn't perfection. The goal is creating an experience readers want to return to and recommend to everyone that they know. And writing is a craft, and every book teaches you something new. So don't get too hung up about it. But if you are trying to write fantasy romance and you'd like a little bit of help brainstorming characters, plotting your novel, developing magical creatures, straightening your romance, or getting unstuck during drafting, go check out my free web-based app called Romancery. I built it specifically for fantasy romance authors because I wanted the kind of writing companion that I wished I had when I started. So where you're outlining your first novel, finishing your 10th novel, it's designed to help spark the ideas and keep you writing. And the link should be at the top of this page. I can put it in the bottom. But if you like this video, let me know in the comments which of these 10 signs does your current manuscript already have, and which one are you working on next. So thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next video, and happy writing. Remember, it is a journey, not a destination. Thank you, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.